Hello everyone, this is Peter and thank you so much for tuning into another episode of News Plus brought you from Plus Agency. News Plus is a channel that's going to summarize what has happened in Sydney real estate market in the past 7 days. If you're interested in this type of content, please make sure to subscribe and forward it to your friends who may need the same information. Plus Agency is a boutique agency located in Chatswood, 418 Victoria Avenue. We are a boutique agency focused on Lower North Shore, Upper North Shore, Sydney CBD, partial of the eastern suburb. If you are interested in properties within these areas, please make sure to pay us a visit to get some of the best deals available on the market. Without further ado, let's get this week's News Plus started. First one, Rock Point House without water view sets new sub-record with $6.415 million sale at the auction. This is absolutely amazing. Family Forever Home has been smashed the sales record in Rock Point after it sold for $6.415 million at the auction on Saturday. Designer house that features a wine room, 11-meter swimming pool, and high-end finishes attract competitions from 4 bidders that fought hard and fast for their chance to call 38 Noble Street home. Phone bidder was self-isolating, open bid at about $5.5 million before offers shoot up to about $100,000 increment to get to $6.1 million. The 3 remaining bidders continue to fight in the small amount until auctioneer has driven $6.415 million in just 5 minutes after auction begin. This is the first residence sold over $6 million record in Rock Point. It does not even have a water view. Property itself was actually pretty good. The reserve 6.4 was relevant and high for property without water views, but the owner has confidence quality of the house, which resulted in a strong result. It was bought in 2020, constructed at the same time. The final bidder is coming from Roselle, which is a local bidder. Going to the small amount, if I have a very limited amount of budget, what would I be able to get? Real estate, where you can buy a house for under $40,000. The stamp duty for the property that we just saw that was sold in Rock Point is actually higher than $40,000. This particular property is the cheapest house in New South Wales. It's not often a real estate listing will get straight to the point when it comes down to describing the house. What was in the description? This property needs some serious work. The listing for 144 Garfanian Lane in Broken Hill begins. Fix it up or knock it over and start again. The 3-bedroom home, which sits on the 641 square meter block of land, is currently listed as the cheapest house in New South Wales REA, available to buy for $39,950. The home also features the lounge, kitchen, dining, bathroom area with a store shed and a single car garage on the site. Both of the market the first national real estate. The video footage of the home shows a large amount of debris strewn throughout the property, which holes in the ceiling and overgrown lawns throughout the backyard. The property purely sold and settled in 2008 for $70,000 after spending 62 days on the market, so it is actually getting cheaper. Let's see the cracking down house and see how the result will be for the cheapest house available in New South Wales. And for those of you who does not know where Broken Hill is, it's roughly about 12 hours and 44 minutes drive, 1,138 kilometers from where Plus Agency's office in Chatswood is, all the way into the west, in the desert, basically. Alright, next one. If the market is still hot, yes it is, if the product is right. This ultra-lux home in Sydney's Hidden Gem set a brick sales record after would-be buyers swarm. A luxury home in a Hidden Gem area in one of Sydney's fastest growing market has sparked a buyer frenzy, with hundreds flocking to the first open inspections. The opulent residence at 85 Terrace Street in Blackhurst features 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom, and occupies a general size of 811 square meter, a block which is considered to be big in that particular area. With a brand new property described as architectural masterpiece, the vision of the unnamed vendor, who is the city designer. The listing agent has said, I think there have been an imagination, creative and quality work that we have never seen before in the St. George area, and the details of the property is amazing. High ceilings, a beautiful marble feature wall in the living area with exceptional amount of design and crafting into it. In the staircase, one of the most beautiful staircases that I've seen in properties as well, with marble splashing, the pattern of the marble splashing down from the top with the LED lines underneath. All the details, the pool and everything is just absolutely beautiful. How much interest it has generated in a normal, good open for inspections, you would expect it to have 40 to 50 people coming through, and that is very good already. Well, this home received 320 visitors in a single viewing. And that shows the amount of interest that people still have in the real estate market for good quality, put thought properties. We see how much it was sold, probably will be another record price in the making. All right, market watch. On the ground in the neighboring Sydney suburb undergoing immense change. Nested in the heart of Sydney's vibrant inner west, two neighboring suburbs, magnet for both first home buyers, the upsizers, with proximity to the CBD and friendly village atmosphere, making the area a desirable lifestyle destination. With bigger blocks and a more affordable entry point than prime inner west favorites like Belmain, Newtown and Annandale, the booming suburbs of Petersham and Lewisham, which shares a postcode, has ridden the recent property boom in an impressive style. They've been million-dollar suburbs for at least the past 5 years, said the Stone real estate agent locally. Even entry-level homes are in the early millions. We've been seeing such dramatic increase in prices across the board, and this area is often overlooked. It doesn't have the high turnover, but people who are being priced out of neighboring areas are considering Petersham, Lewisham, because there's more land and better value. People are moving to these areas with median prices up by 27% year-on-year basis, and unit prices actually declining. In Lewisham, there are still good opportunities to secure something that's really good. Local planning are good, the traffic is good, and the transportation is good as well, with many locals really in love with the area. I think with people who's looking for something like a 287 square meter block would be ideal places for them, and some of them goes down to about 123 square meters, but nonetheless it is still a very good place to live in if you're looking for something in value, close city, in the inner west. All right, double bay penthouse cracks $100,000 per square meter for the first time in Sydney's east, with $16 million sale. A double bay penthouse has sold for record-breaking prices, shocked the property observers. The 149 square meter apartment at 16 William Street sold for $16 million, equating to an incredible $107,000 per square meter, and cracking the $100,000 per square meter mark for the first time for an apartment in the Sydney's east. The 3-bedroom pad atop the Vandila complex was being offered by Joshua Allen with a $40 million price guide for a March 22nd auction, but it was understood he hatched the $60 million deal overnight. I think it was from what the source says, from the First City Double Bay, Julian Hamster, which was the buyer's agent. Buyer is a local downsizer in the area. The property recently appears in the Women's Career Apartments of the Week. It does have a beautiful view. However, taking back into this, last year's May and June, there was a sale at Ceres. The penthouse sold for $35 million at $112,540 per square meter, and another one sold at about $121,000 per square meter. However, those are a front row position overlooking the Harbour Bridge and the Opera House, where this double bay penthouse does not have any of the icons. So even with that, it was still sold at incredible prices, which is absolutely amazing, and looks like it's going to be another big crack of the remarkable prices in the Sydney East. Even though it is most expensive in dollar per square meter wise, it is actually not the most expensive apartment that was sold in Double Bay. Last July, $17.5 million for amalgamation of 4 units in the same building has created one exclusive apartment. Is the most expensive property that was sold in the Double Bay. You know, it was just another downsizer who at the time recently sold their $37 residence and moving to something a little bit smaller. Wallara Mansion Woodland. This is a very famous home, Woodland, Sydney home of Elton John and Chris Hemsworth, sells for $30 million plus. So what would be the property that Thor lives in look like, and how much would that be sold? The mysterious private Woollahra mansion Woodlands, owned by a former Crown Casino boss and the Sydney's residence of Chris Hemsworth and Elton John, is rumored to have sold for more than $30 million. The 8-bedroom colonial residence built in the late 1880s on a 1,567 square meter block has been owned by James Packer's former right-hand man Rob Rankin and his wife Paula since 2003, when they paid only $6.825 million for it. Rankin has now based in Hong Kong, so he doesn't really need such a big space, and it was put up by his wife for really high-end rentals with a lot of A-listed people living in them before. This home has become mysterious and at the same time very, very famous. Elton John has stayed in it during his 2020 tour, and Hemsworth and wife Elsa Patty and their family were renting the walled and hugely private Woollahra Street estate earlier last year. The other residents also include Australians Richard Garbo in Marflo, who went on a $110 million spending spree last year when he bought a $30 million plus double bay beachfront developer John Boyle's $60 million penthouse and a Palm Beach getaway for about $20 million. The property also have a lot of views as well, which is amazing how it was done, and no wonder it is sold at another Woollahra record prices, as we can see today. That's it for this week's news. With Plus Agency, it's been some amazing achievement. In this particular building in the Sydney's North, Chatswood Meridian, 2 properties were sold in 1 week. One of them is a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1-car space. Auction guy was only $1.2 million, but the auction itself has taken the property all the way up to $1.42 million, which is about $220,000 above its auction guide. And under the hammer, another one was traded off privately through another investor. This one was sold at about mid-twos. The exact figure cannot be disclosed at the moment, but both the buyer, the vendor was very, very happy. Being a very popular building, now we finally have another one to offer. Auction guide at $990,000. This is a 1-bedroom plus study with a beautiful 2-bathroom design and a very, very functional study room with its own window and its own doors as well. This home is set to auction in about 4 weeks' time. If you are interested in this type of property, please make sure you do not miss it. There's only another 2-bedroom available in the same building, brand new as well. So if you're interested in getting a brand new 2-bedroom, you can still come and check out one of the most popular projects in Chatswood called Chatswood Meridian, located at number 2 Oliver Road in Chatswood. All right, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's News Plus. This is Peter Lee. I'll see you next week.